Good evening. I'd like to welcome all of you and call the Monday, October 21st, 2024 Dalton City Council meeting to order. Mr. Lama, if you will lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, this evening we have an agenda before you. Council members, you've had an opportunity to look this over. I will entertain a motion to approve.
Move we approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. If no discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, first, this is exciting to see all of you guys here from Dalton State College golf team. We have a proclamation to do, so I'm going to come down front and do that. And then if you guys want to get some photos, and then we'll just take a brief recess for a second. And you're always welcome to stay for the remainder of the meeting if you want. And you're also welcome to, Coach, if you want to offer any comments, you're welcome to do so. So I'm going to come down here and we'll do this proclamation, okay? You don't have to, though. Yeah. Usually we have a microphone out there, but this works just fine since you guys are all right here anyway. First of all, thank you guys for being here, and we're excited to get to celebrate you all, and thank you for, playing so well. And now the bar is really high, so you gotta keep doing well, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Dalton State College Men's Golf Day. Whereas the Dalton State College men's golf team won the 2024 NAIA National Championship on May 25th, 2024, in front of their home fans at the Dalton Golf and Country Club. And whereas this was the second national championship for the Roadrunner men's golf team, along with the 2021 NAIA National Championship. And whereas the Roadrunners also won the 2024 Southern States Athletic Conference Championship, and whereas the members of the Roadrunner golf team dominated their competition, posting a 131-3 overall record, including a 73-3 mark against teams ranked in the top 25, a winning percentage of 98.4%. And whereas the men's golf team recorded 8 tournament wins and 4 individual tournament champions, and whereas the Roadrunners had 5 players named NAIA All-Americans and 2 named NAIA Daktronics Scholar athletes, and whereas Brock Hoover was the first Dalton State College athlete to receive first-team academic All-American honors and the only athlete from the SSAC to be so recognized, and whereas Jack Whaley was named the SSAC Player of the Year and Coach Ben Rickett was named the SSAC Coach of the Year. Now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Annalee Sams, Mayor of the City of Dalton, hereby proclaim Monday, October 21st, 2024, is Dalton State College Men's Golf Day. And I encourage all citizens and residents of Dalton to take pride in the team's accomplishments and cheer them on as they already have 2 tournament wins this season. So thank you guys for being here, and appreciate you. If you guys want to come over here, we'll do a photo, and Coach, if you want to say anything, you're welcome to do so.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Hopefully you guys have a great season and do this again next year. All right. Okay. Moving on, we'll have any department head presentation, excuse me. There's no public commentary. Any presentations of department heads?
Yes, we do. Margaret Thigpen is going to be briefing the council this evening.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Councilman. I just wanted to briefly give you a snapshot. The governor has released tourism numbers for 2023. And I wanted to report that for the state of Georgia, we've seen a 9.1% increase in total tourism economic impact to the tune of $79.7 billion. Of that, $43.6 billion was visitor spending. Dialing that down further to Whitfield County, the total visitor spending was $167.3 million, which is a growth rate of 2.9% from 2022. If we stay this course, we will grow even more this year as the economic impact behind tourism kind of trends in that direction. All of that, what that does for us as residents within Whitfield County is it allows us to pay $394 less in local and state taxes and $1,265 less in federal taxes. So that is the impact that our residents feel here within Whitfield County. And I just wanted to report those numbers. Thank you.
It's awesome. Anyone have any questions? Okay. Any other department heads?
No, Madam Mayor.
All right. Council members, you have before you the minutes of the October 7th mayor and council meeting. I'll entertain a motion to accept those.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Any opposed? Item number 4, special called mayor and council minutes of October 10th, 2024. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to unfinished business. Item number 5, the second reading of ordinance 24-28 to amend Unified Zoning Ordinance of Whitfield County, Georgia to provide an effective date to repeal all conflicting ordinances to provide for severability and for other purposes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The next 3 items are Planning Commission items that Gene Garland briefed the mayor and council on October 7th about. So I'll be going over those this evening. The first that you have outlined is, again, a text amendment to the Unified Zoning Ordinance. Ms. Garland explained this text amendment was to delete the definition currently in the text about junk vehicles and replace it with the following. And it describes what a junk vehicle is, but the notable change is that the definition shall not apply to any vehicle within a carport, shed, or other accessory structure. The definition shall also not apply to any vehicle located within the R5 SA or GA zone district if such vehicle is fully enclosed within a fence, providing not less than 90% visual blockage and is not less than 8 feet in height. So this would essentially amend the zoning ordinance to allow for these vehicles to be allowed in those zone districts if an 8-foot fence is installed. Currently, in the city code and international property maintenance, this would not be allowed.
Quick question. She had made a comment that she was going to change that to 6. Is it going to stay at 8 feet or is it?
Yes, I believe you're correct. They were going to change it to 6 feet,
Okay.
which would be even less obscuring, than 8 feet. And the other thing to note, this is a joint ordinance with the City of Dalton, Board of Commissioners, and City of Varnell. City of Varnell, at the last meeting, Gene advised that they were not going to take this up until the county voted on it. I believe they voted on it at their meeting last Monday.
And it came with a negative recommendation from staff, correct?
City staff is concerned about it. The
Right.
Planning Commission gave it a recommendation, but I don't think that the Planning Commission staff really offered an opinion since it was a request of the Board of Commissioners. But city staff did have concerns because, as I said, currently in the code, this would not be allowed in the city.
County approved it at their meeting.
That's my understanding.
And if
Well, I
we
haven't-
did not, go ahead.
I do have an issue with one item in there because I did get an email from a resident here in Dalton who did not have a valid tag. I mean, they hadn't bought a new tag because the woman had become disabled to drive and the vehicle was sitting in her driveway and, you know, they didn't buy a tag because she's too old to drive now and she got a fine because of that. And didn't think it was very fair. I had forgotten that until I read this. It's, I'm not entirely in favor of that portion of this.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I think this would be a real step backwards for the city. Certainly, I mean, if it's unified, it would apply to us as well as anybody else, you know, in the county. I just think it would be a real step backwards.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
I move that we deny it.
Okay, I have a motion to deny. Do I have a second to deny?
Second.
A motion and a second to deny. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of denial?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion, the item is denied. Okay, item number 6, second reading ordinance 24-32, the request of Crow Road Holdings to rezone from heavy manufacturing M2 to rural residential R5, a tract of land totaling 1 acre located on Waring Road, Dalton, Georgia, parcel 12-143-11-004.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As Jean described this, as you can see on the slide, this is a request to rezone the parcel from heavy manufacturing, which is the purple color code, to rural residential R5. And you see the site immediately south of it has an R7 zone designation, which is why the staff gave this a positive recommendation. And the Planning Commission also voted unanimously to approve the request.
There any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Have a motion, a second to approve. Any discussion? If not, all in favor to approve? Any opposed? Okay, item is approved. Number 7, second reading ordinance 24-33, the request of Cody Spence to rezone from medium-density single-family residential R3 to rural residential R5, a tract of land totaling 0.25 acres located at 801 Cumberland Drive, Dalton, Georgia, parcel 12-201-01-162.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Again, this is second reading. The request is to rezone from R3 medium density single family residential, which is what is shown in green. You can see pretty much all the parcels surrounding this tract are R3 currently zoned. The request is to go to R5. As Jean stated at the prior meeting, the staff recommended denial given that the R5 zoning would allow for use of the property in a manner that would conflict with the established pattern of zoning, and therefore the Planning Commission voted unanimously to deny the request. If my memory serves me correctly, Ms. Garland advised that the petitioner did state that they, if denied, would adhere to the current zone requirements and build a single-family structure, if my memory serves me correctly.
There any other questions or comments?
Motion to deny.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to deny. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of denial?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the item is denied. New business, item number 8, renewal of Aetna EAP agreement. Halima?
Good evening, Madam Mayor and council members. Human Resources is seeking approval to sign a renewal agreement with Aetna Resources for Living for our Employee Assistance Program. This contract will renew our current EAP service agreement. There is no changes with the guaranteed rate through the additional 3 years. The total annualized cost will be $10,000, which is reflective of a $1.94 per employee per month rate.
Does anyone have any questions?
Motion to approve.
Have
Second.
have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, item number 9, Norfolk Southern Hamilton Street property lease. Todd?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Mayor. This is a lease that will be for the city to lease the property there at Hamilton Street where Hawthorne crosses over. This is the lot, as many of you has seen over the past several months, that has been grown up. Been working with Norfolk Southern for some time now, trying to get this lease hammered out. And this lease would begin, the term would begin on November the 1st. The intent of the lease for the city would be basically just beautification purposes. As a matter of fact, that's how the lease is worded. We would be able to go in and Public Works is going to clear out all of the concrete, plant grass, bring everything to grade, plant grass and some bushes, and just make it where we can maintain it and have a better optics going into our downtown. The cost of this lease, first year is 300% per annum. And with a $500 administration fee. So the total cost is $800. There is a base rental increase that is based on the CPI for all urban consumers on the U.S. city average. So it's a very low cost lease in terms of what we get for it, and we're able to control that property. We will not be able to erect anything on the property as far as buildings or anything like that, which that's not our desire nor what we want to do, but we'll be able to make it what we want to make it. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Madam Mayor, this is the old strain feed store, and then it became an Italian restaurant
correct.
for a
That's
while, and then it
correct.
just sort of became dilapidated.
That's right. And the concrete pad is still there from the old Italian restaurant.
And if I could add, Todd provided the photo on the slide here. This was actually one of the project recommendations of the downtown master plan that Carl Vinson put together a few years ago. So what you see on your screen there is a rendering of the lot with the beautification improvements.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. There is no supplemental business before this council. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Have a motion to have a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank